When I published the previous video about the Westworld competition, I wasn't expecting the video to explode in views and have so many comments. And that was really nice. It's the first time for me that I have a video that becomes kind of popular, at least in the niche of composers. And it was a really nice experience to see all of the comments, both agreeing with me and disagreeing with me. It was also nice to be able to discuss and present arguments and counter arguments, to some points of view, and also be educated myself with some of the comments that they told me, you were wrong here, and I realized, yes, I was wrong. So I will talk about that in a follow-up video that I'm preparing. So I already have more than 1 hour of footage recorded for that, but as I was editing, life
finds a way.
Life got in the way. I'm in the middle of a move, so packing, and I'm trying to get rid of stuff and selling used stuff. It's just not fun. I haven't had time to edit, but what I want to do, and I'm going to talk briefly about that. I'm trying to call it something like point of view spectrum. My idea is to offer many points of view related to a specific topic, and these are going to be opposing views very often, and strongly opposing views. The fact that I am presenting them doesn't mean that I am against or for a point of view. It's just that is the kind of research that a documentary filmmaker should do when they are trying to cover a controversial topic. You should become familiar with the arguments for and against something, so that when you go and interview people, you have the right questions, even if those questions are difficult for the interviewee. They can be difficult to answer. So I'm going to be talking in favor of Spitfire and against Spitfire, in favor of the judges and against the judges, and in favor of and against many of the people who commented, including myself. I will recognize where I think I was wrong in my previous assessment, in my reaction video. One of the reasons is it was a reaction, so it was very from the guts, not so rational. So I'm going to talk about that, and I hope to do some kind of series, right? Not about Westworld, but a point of view spectrum series. So this will be the first episode where I cover this specific topic in depth. And I hope to do it for different topics as well, topics that I have to research, maybe that I don't know much about. It's just, I think it's a fun intellectual exercise and a necessary one for documentarians to try to be as objective as possible and not to be just another campaign manager or something like that. So a documentary shouldn't be, at least in my opinion, shouldn't be a campaign. You can still be convinced about some facts or opinions, but you should be presented with the options, with the alternatives. If you're only presented with this is the point of view and this is the reality, at least in my view, that's not really a documentary. They are just tricking you. They are doing marketing. So that I'm trying to avoid that in this follow-up for Westworld, in this point of view spectrum. That's why you need the whole spectrum. Don't be content with just having one point of view presented to you. Just try to have as many as possible. So I know that it won't be a video for a lot of you who just want the reaction and the humor, the Mario World thing. This is more for those of you who are serious about either documentary or just trying to do some research about a specific topic. And it's going to be a long video when it comes out, but at least for me it has been very, very interesting because there's so much to talk about that we didn't consider the first time in the reaction, and others who created their own reactions also didn't consider. Even in the comments there are a few things that only a few people caught, and I think it will be really interesting to see what people say about that. So after my move, which should probably be next week, we'll see if I have time to complete this very soon. Until that time, keep documenting.